Okay, I'm going to show you how to do comps in for a condo building. And let's pretend we're looking at the building 33 West Huron, which is a high-rise. I guess the first discussion would be you need to realize that if you're looking at a small building where there's only 3 units in it, and which I think is usually stipulated on this sheet here. Let's see, this case is single family. I got bedroom counts, bathroom counts. I guess it's not always stipulated, but you'll know pretty quickly if you can't find any comps in the building that you've got to go outside the building. Okay, so if you ideally with a condo building you want to find comps within the building, within the complex. If you can't find comps within a complex, then you have to go outside the building. But you should be able to find comps for any high-rise, any building with 100 units or so should have comps in the building. So you want to keep going back, maybe up to a year's back in time, to find good comps. And if you can't find any, then you basically gotta go outside the building, maybe grab like a 5-block area, and then look for similar buildings to the one you're looking for. And so if you're looking at a 3-unit building, you want to look at other 3-unit buildings. And try to find other sold units of a like property in a like building. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. First thing you want to do for a condo building is you want to do add remove fields and add a street name and street number. So if we're looking at 33 Ontario, Ontario in the street, 33 here. See if you got the right building. Yeah, look, there's 14 active listings there. We don't really want the active, so we want the sold listings, closed. So how many have closed? And if you can see if you have the right stuff, if you go there and for all months it's 152, but you don't want all months. You really want to just go back 6 months. And let's pretend we're looking at 2-bedroom units. You just want to look at other 2-bedroom units. So if we're looking at 2-bedroom units, we've got 4 listings. And there they are. The last part of the unit number designates the tier. Units in the same tier have the same view and thus are more alike than other units. Because if a unit, for instance, faces east, you want another unit that faces east. If a B unit, let's pretend, is a corner unit, you want to look at other B units because they'll have more windows and more light and 2 different kinds of views, which can be worth more. So in other words, the best to find, let's pretend we're looking for an H unit. We don't see H units there. And so therefore, maybe we'd run back 12 months just to see if we can find an H unit. Because it's always best to compare things in the same tier, or at least the same what's called exposure. Exposure is another word for saying which direction of view you're looking. So if you have an east view unit, you want to look for other east view units. And right here, look at that. Here's a 17H. We found another H unit. Or we also have now 3 A units. So if I want to send them out all these, I just select all and email. And then if they're current clients, you can select them from the list. If they're not current clients, then you say add new, put the client's name, last name, email. Always say no for allow versus prospecting. Say they're a seller. Put it in a folder name called closed, and then go ahead, and then go ahead and say send. And that basically is how you send out comps to somebody. And you can also put them on a drip where it automatically, actually a lot of times even better than this, is you save the search. In fact, that's a preferable way to do it instead of just sending out. When you email the comps, it'll just do it one time. If you actually save the search, if you go back, in other words, refine and then go back, you can actually say closed, and then you add new client, other information, no reverse prospecting, say save. It'll send out all the closed listings, and then it will continue to update. So that's the way to do it. Don't just send out once. Send out the closed listings and have it continue to send out the closed listings, because the person's trying to sell their home, they're going to want to see over time what else closes in their building. If something closes next week, they want to know about it. And you could even set them up for actives as well. If I do 2 separate searches, I do close and save that, and then I go back and set up another search for the actives. And the active listings are just, you select, use the pull down, select all the actives, take out the close, and all the 2 bedrooms are just going to be 8, and that the actives represent their competition. And these are in various stages of the sale process. AI is attorney review inspection period, meaning it's already under contract. New is a new listing. Active is active. So they also want to see not just what's closed, which determines what the market, helps determine what the market value is, what the competition is, so they can get an idea for how to competitively price their place as well, you know, based on what's out there. So that concludes how to send out comps. So I recommend then setting someone up to search for not only the actives, but it's a separate search for close. I would save the search, put active, select the person's, you know, from the drop down. If you've already set them up once, they'll show up in the drop down, and then you can just hit save, and then it'll send them out to them and continue to send out to them. That's it.